Call me Corky. Corky!
Thank you.
Holy crap! What is the guy who's taking the picture standing there naked? Because that's my picture.
Oh.
There was a short period of time in my life where I was unemployed because I got fired from my job. And I was drinking wine and watching soaps. And I realized that this was not a good combination. You'll enjoy it. It gets better. Today is a sit around and yak day. I think we're just gonna have a bitch session today. Well, sometimes you need to bitch about stuff.
And sometimes not.
Ta-da!
Welcome, everybody.
I have been saying ta-da for like over 3 years now.
Ta-da! You have to come up with something new.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's expected now.
Fine. First in the chat today was Mr. Nomaniji himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Exactly. You know what we forgot? We forgot the oh gosh button, because last night we were supposed to have the oh gosh button, and now we don't. So, if some people show up, that
we're still adjusting to not having to go to the basement.
Please understand. DC is here. Welcome. Yes, I turned it off finally. I spent a moment. We couldn't find it.
A couple minutes,
but we finally found it.
It's hidden.
It's hidden deep.
The directions are very basic, and so you
deep in the bowels of YouTube.
And YouTube is a lot of things to click on. So,
but we found it. You guys should not have to be harassed by that little purple buttons
and being in competition with each other. It's just not.
Yeah, I don't believe in. Well, I believe in competition, but I just don't believe in it for chat. That's kind of great. You know me. So Patrick was definitely heartbroken about the whole affair. And hi, Patrick. Sorry about that, buddy. It happens. You'll just have to get your yayas another way. Well, Yeah, I know. So anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's see, who else am I forgetting? Ethel.
The Domino's pizza, except I don't eat that.
Yeah, Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ethel.
Hi, Ethel. How's Texas these days?
Yeah, Domino pizza. Okay. Wildflowers
but
here.
To each their own.
I know. I'm not a fan of Domino's, but hey, it's $6.99. That's cheap. It's cheap, I tell you.
You get what you pay.
Pizza. There you go.
I know nobody will ever get that
Michael,
out of their heads.
The angriest otter is here.
My favorite angry otter.
That's right. The angriest otter is here. Welcome, kids. It's been an interesting.
You said hi to Wildflower, right?
I did. I said hi to Wildflower first.
Hi, Wildflower.
You were yakking about pizza.
Yeah, I know. Food.
You hungry? We can talk about pizza.
I just had yogurt and granola, so I'm good.
Good for you.
Chris Chick.
See, that's the
Garsh.
Oh, gosh, exactly. Because we forgot the button.
We didn't go to the basement.
We didn't.
Oh, 90 plus humidity. Oh,
so
girlfriend.
Welcome, dear. Welcome, Chris.
Oh, girlfriend. Sorry. You have my deepest.
It's supposed to 86 today.
Yeah, but it's not 90 and humid.
No. Michigan 90. It's Michigan 86. I know, right? Pizza comes first. Seriously. I do enjoy my pizza. For sure. So, yeah, interesting weekend and interesting week. So far, we've been trying to do the packing thing, realizing that 50 pounds ain't a lot of poundage when it comes to these size of these totes. So we're going to have to fill it with fluff, some of them, because records are heavy.
CDs are heavy.
CDs are heavy. Records are heavy. I know. So I need to make a packing video when it comes to packing these.
Oh, God, no.
So, yeah. So, welcome, everybody. In case you don't know, we are moving. We are getting things ready for an estate sale. We are trying to pack the things for moving that we know we're going to take on the plane. And the limit there is 50 pounds per tote. And the totes are these guys back here. They're 27-gallon totes. So,
and hopefully we won't have an issue. That would suck.
It would suck, but we shouldn't have an issue. Everybody else has done it. You know how it is. When they say everybody else has done it. Everybody else has done it.
Hey!
Rachel's lurking. Hey, chica. Hola. How you doing? Hola. How you doing? Still doing the Duolingo, trying to keep the streak up. It ain't easy, but I'm trying.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está?
Buenas noches.
It's not noches.
No, buenas tardes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not noches yet.
No.
Not noches yet. No. So, yeah, lurk away, dear. It's okay. You are allowed to lurk. No worries. Bien. Very good. good. Nice to know. TC saying hi to everybody. Okay. Latest news. Anybody? Latest news. I did get a new toy. Well, it's an old toy. So this is a Samsung 360 gear camera. It is supposed to be a 360 camera, as you can see here.
Where'd that come from?
2017. Oh, you mean where'd it come from? It came from Ursme. I brought it home to see if it would work because what I've read online, and is true, Samsung stopped supporting the app that used to go with this. So now there's secondhand apps or whatever. But basically it is a 360 camera and you mount it on the bottom here. You can see this. It looks like a little dildo. I hate to say that, but it does. Looks like a little alien. Let's call it that.
Thank you, Michael.
What did Michael say?
He said hugs to you for the process.
Moving across the planet is tough. So if nothing else, it does work, but it's only probably worth $20 now because they stopped supporting the software on it. But there are aftermarket stuff. Veronica, Mika. Oops. There we go. I got too mousy on the button. Welcome, dear. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. So I'll be playing with this, but if nothing else, I can use it as another GoPro-y type camera.
Because apparently you can never have too much tech.
You know me. I'll admit it. Hi, I'm Dawn, and I have a tech addiction. Even if it's old cameras.
Hi, honey.
Is that Ara?
Yes.
There she is. I was going to say, I was waiting for it to pop up.
Ara's another one of those world travelers.
Yes, an expat in...
Ara, point to your right.
Oh, yeah.
See the toads?
See the toast,
Yeah.
baby? Yep. We'll be doing, we're packing the stuff. Gonna be fun, especially with all the records. So anyway, yeah, this is my new toy for,
Yeah, like this is my list of one of the many pages just for one toad.
CV.
That's all my CDs.
She has a craft supply addiction. No kidding. I understand totally. So yeah, and that I
So
can't
do
have
I.
enough cameras and toys. I have the chat, but not the image. It might be because you are. Oh, so she didn't see it. It's a totes. I think my door just shut. And any cats are in here now are trapped. Yeah, it's basically the black totes with the yellow lids, and we're packing them up. So I'm sorry you don't have the image, sweetie.
Yeah, but Veronica, it's like pages. It's literally for one tote. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
There's another list of 5
4,
paragraph essay. Pretty much.
5.
She's listing every CD
6 pages.
of on a legal pad of
So basically, I took most of the CDs out of cases and put them
more like a term paper.
in. Do we actually have a CD we could show?
Well, yeah, they're in the box over here.
I'll let you get them.
Right here.
My chair doesn't swivel.
My chair swivels and moves. Hang on. Just like the sleevey ones. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, just the regular. So
But then we also have stuff like this.
I purchased these plastic sleeves.
We have to pack these.
So they nicely, yeah.
My carpet.
So they nicely hold all the inserts and everything. So, and then the CDs, to even protect them further, are in a very thin plastic thing.
And then
So-
we're taking the LPs, and of course we're boxing them up. So and making sure they're all sleeved.
So you can get about 7 into 1 square of bubble wrap,
LPs, I should say.
and then I tape it shut, put a big piece of tape over it, and number it.
Happy Pride Month to you as well, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, it's Pride Month.
It kind of creeped up on us. Happy Pride, everybody. Please be kind to others and share the rainbow love.
Scare the straights.
If you have to. If you have to. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, craft supplies are definitely something that you can collect. I say more of a thesis. No, sure. I mean, yeah.
An outline for a thesis.
Yeah.
We're trying for September, Ara, but if we don't sell the house right away, then we are stuck here.
Well, we're not going to be stuck here, though. Oh, you're talking about this one? Where do you go? There we go. I have you in the chat. Oh, good. Woohoo! So, yeah, departure goal is getting the house stuff sold, getting the house sold, We already had somebody who may be interested in the car. And then get on a plane or take the cats. We're taking the cats, by the way. Grab the cats, throw them in a carrier, and go. Is the plan.
We're motivated, Ara.
We're definitely motivated. Definitely motivated. Rainbow Love. Not just for June. Exactly. Rainbow Love all year
It
round.
just have to get the fingerprint background check to the U.S. government now.
Garbage truck almost hit the Camry. Damn, dude. That's the problem with parking on your street. Not good. Not good at all. It took us a year to shed and pack. Hopefully we're not going to take that long. But you guys had extenuating circumstances as well. We are we're working it. We're working it as best we can.
I feel like sometimes we're kind of slow too, but
sometimes it's a hurry up and wait.
The state sale people come on the 16th of June. They're starting on a Monday. So it's and that's the thing. We've got personal stuff everywhere. So we have to try to get to it.
Bring it into a space like this room.
So as far as packing up furniture and stuff, we don't have to do that.
Right. We're not taking any furniture. We're not taking anything bigger than your gardening tools.
Yeah, there's going to be two long handled,
right,
sort of.
They're not. Aren't they German? Where'd you get those?
They're like Dutch or something.
They're Dutch gardening tools. So she's going to take a shovel and a pitchfork, basically. I think
really not cheap, and I don't really want to leave them behind.
Probably put the ease for everyone. Rainbow flag. Oh, that's cool. Demand of
nice. Keep us updated how that goes.
Maybe. Yes, avert that crisis. We had 3 damn storage lockers in Michael's. Yeah,
I remember.
Slow in the sort. I know. Sometimes it's just like after a while you're just like burned out from sorting. But the purge will be amazingly cathartic, I want to say.
San Ramon area.
Yep, San Ramon, Costa Rica. So we like that area better than Grecia. So we're going to be looking for a place there once we get there. So basically the plan is stay in an Airbnb with our stuff
and the
cats for however long it takes to find a rental. But there's plenty of rentals there. We should be fine.
Yeah.
We'll find a place.
We found a couple places we were interested in, but not having a set timetable.
Yeah, and not wanting to pay.
We had so much to do.
Rent and
we realized when we got there and we're like scouting and vacationing that there was a lot of shit to do. So
house is the fun part.
We just decided that we couldn't afford to rent.
Taking art, that would be the painful part, exactly. But that you have to have a container for.
I mean, we looked into getting a container, but it's so bloody expensive.
So going through things and packing them up, putting them on here. I know. Yeah, moving in general.
It doesn't even matter moving to another country is a whole nother level. But just even moving houses or apartment to a house or something.
That's gotta have the cool tools, right?
Exactly. And I'm Dutch.
Dutch have the tulips and they gotta have the cool tools. I agree. Mike said I had 3 crates and a sofa box. Ooh. That's a tight little move there. Yep, San Ramon is the way to go. For us anyway right now. And we're renting, so we're not gonna try to buy. So if we find something else or another area that speaks to us more, we will definitely be able to schlep our butts over that way.
Yeah, because we'll have the containers.
We'll have the containers. For sure. Renting that far out is probably difficult. Yeah, because we didn't want to pay a house payment.
People do it, but we have a house payment yet. Our house is not paid off.
And we were trying to do this within some type of budget. It's expensive to move anyway, as you all know. It's expensive to move. So we're trying to keep our costs down as much as possible.
Cool. We have met. We actually hired a relocation service, and
we have met some expats there.
We actually went to breakfast with expats in San Ramon before we left. Excuse me, and it was on a Thursday.
It was a Thursday morning breakfast.
you know how when you're on vacation and like you lose track of days?
Days bleed together.
And there was quite the variety of people there, which was, I mean, one guy had just been there a week. Another guy had been there 5 months. A couple of people had been there 3 years.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. And
They're
so
a mixed bag of people.
we like Virginia, I'm going to tell you, if it only costs you $2,000, and I know like money can be really tight, but
That's actually not bad.
that's actually not bad.
Especially if you're moving all that stuff.
And especially because you're moving from state to state.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks it's that much, but it's actually the cost of things, that's actually not that bad. And the exercise machine. Yeah, those big things will definitely take you need a mover for that. Yep. We'll still take the name though, just to get
shoot me an email or something.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's very cool.
Yeah, and we found a good driver down there, so that's good.
Patrick says, after mom died, I realized how much I need to downsize my life. Amen, brother.
Stuff like that can be very eye-opening.
Those earth-shattering, paradigm-shifting kind of events can do that to you. Yeah. Plus, it's just, at this point in our lives, we don't want to leave this stuff to just, my brother or whoever would survive me and us. So, or your niece or whoever. We don't want to leave this stuff for them to deal with. Because we've had to deal with that ourselves. For sure. Ditch the 1980s Trinitron TV.
Oh my god, I think we had one like that or something. It was
heavy.
It was a boat anchor.
Yeah. But it's a shame because those TVs were cool. And
ours was huge.
I know.
I mean, not like huge, but
I know.
It was heavy.
Our expenses last time we moved 2 blocks from our old place, almost $7,000. See? Virginia, take note. It could cost you more. But yeah, moving the company, I mean, if I were to invest right now, or back in the day, I would have invested in storage units because that's a good moneymaker, and moving companies. There's a bit of an insurance issue, but still making some money that way for sure. Veronica says, always try moving to cheap, but the last 2 times I hired people. We're older now. And we have friends, but we don't have friends that will slave away all day for beer and a pizza. So if you can't get that labor for beer and a pizza, you need to hire it out.
And it's been 23 years since we've had to move.
Yeah, we've been here 23 years. Holy shit.
So that's 23 years of accumulation that we have to go through. Plus, we were resellers.
Yeah.
So
there's that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a huge CRT. Exactly. He runs like a theater group and lets people know when there are cultural events. Oh, that's cool. Great, because I'm kind of be interested in that. That's cool. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Storage locker from the 90s. Why? Because.
Okay, TC, I think it's regional because.
Well, on the East Coast,
storage units here they're getting more expensive, but they don't cost that much money.
Yeah. Either I hear cats or I hear the kids outside playing on the trampoline. Okay.
It's kids.
Our neighbor kids are playing on the trampoline. Enjoy the sound of screaming children in the background. All right. Virginia,
where is San Ramon?
Virginia's dealing with all sorts of things.
Oh, girlfriend.
Yeah. Sorry, hon. You're dealing with all that. Recommend hiring local college students. No, that's an idea. Sports team. That's an idea. Tell them the opportunity to go, viral on YouTube, moving your stuff. Why not? Okay. Chris Shook wants to know, where is San Ramon? Please.
In the Central Valley of San Jose.
Costa Rica.
Yes.
It is up in the hills a bit. It's at the elevation.
Everything's up in the hills until you get to the coast.
That's true. Elevation is the key to temperature ranges. So if you're up a little bit, it's not as hot and muggy. If you're down by the beach, it's hot and muggy. So we wanted something a little. We're not beach people, so that's out anyway. But we wanted something that was temperate climate, not too bad, and possibly, have a little bit more open spaces. We didn't want to be in city central. We didn't want to be right in San Jose because we didn't want a bunch of people. We're just simple folk. What can I say? Could never do it because I moved while they were break. Oh, that's true. If they're on break, you can't. But hey, school year, take it into account. Good idea.
So, like that. I think you're gonna have to look it up
A
because
10 by 10 storage unit is $500 a month. Damn,
that's ridiculous.
that is ridiculous. TC, good God, that's the East Coast for you. All right, lost my space. 10 by 10. Here's Chris. Pizza. You still talking food?
Yeah, he's meal motivated.
You're meal motivated today, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, you are. Let's see. Managers. Okay.
The mango.
The mangoes are.
Yes.
We were there.
Each of our hosts at our Airbnbs gave us a
Fresh
mango. And
it was amazing.
It was mango season when we were there.
I've
never had a mango that good.
I've never had a mango that good. And I never really liked mangoes that much. And now I know why. Because they weren't fresh and they weren't good. These were great. I'd like to make some lunch. Okay, go to alert mode. You're good. Veronica, no worries. The country of Costa Rica.
Oh, Chris, no worries.
No worries.
She said she's late. I'm already down to the bottom.
Oh, you are.
Sorry, I'm late for the program. It's okay.
Everything is up and downhill. Exactly. Go look at some of the videos where I was driving, or we were riding, I should say, because I don't have a lot when we're driving, but I do have.
The views were spectacular.
The views were amazing.
You get past some trees at the top of a hill or in the mountain, and all of a sudden the vista was just like.
It's all about location, Michael. You might get your 10 by 10 storage unit for $99, but TC is getting his butt ripped off for $500. Exactly. East Coast, close to Boston. No worries, Chris. You're fine. All right, 10 by 10 is like 200 where Veronica is.
Ours was. No, it's been a couple years.
It's closer to 200. 150 maybe?
No, it was less than that for 10
Was
by
it?
10. Yeah.
Right now we're splitting, basically sharing
Laura's
unit, and I don't know what she pays, but probably about $100.
$100.
I don't know if it's a 10 by 10 though. It's not. It's maybe
It's pretty big.
10 by 20. Well, it probably evens out. Let me see. We started 11 years ago. Yeah, they climb up. Holy crap. Patrick is watching the grocery store visit today. Emergency exit sign. I know. And those, okay, so that store we were in, speaking of that video, is a Pally, Super Pally, and that is affiliated with Walmart of all places. That's a Walmart extension company, whatever. But there are other stores that we stopped at and bought things that were not set up like that. They were just little markets more than anything, which is the way to shop, really. Ara says
Soursop is kind of tasty too.
Soursop
in a mixer. We don't really drink. It made these like cocktails.
Oh, cool. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, I know, Veronica. They're not climate controlled at that price, which is sick.
Neither is the one that Laura has. It's outside.
Yeah, it's outside.
It's in a fenced-in area, and it's nice because
it's gated.
It's gated, and you have to have a security code to get in.
And
but
it
is nice because it's not busy. It's not a busy. I mean, it's not that the storage units aren't taken up. There's locks on like all of them, but I can pull the car up, and then I can work.
Load the car there.
And I can work on the records there.
Yep, sure.
That's how I've been doing it.
Yes, Walmart adjacent. It's Walmart. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. We're not happy about it, but they're everywhere for sure.
But you got to do what you got to do.
So yeah, this week is going
to try to support local as much as possible.
As much as possible. Like I said, go to local sodas and have the. Just popped in.
Hey, just Dodo.
Size prices is 100 for a 10 by 10. What area is that? What area is that, Tony? There it is. It finally showed up over here so I can highlight it. Welcome, dear. Yeah, what area are you in? Because we're finding that busier cities, I'm sure, larger metropolitan areas, and the East Coast, so far have been the priciest.
Minnesota, St. Paul.
Oh yeah,
Johnny.
For sure. Hey, Johnny, welcome, buddy.
Yeah, it's all about location.
Oh, yours is climate controlled. Well, that might be part of the cost, I'm sure, but it shouldn't me that much.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You might as well move into it.
Dude, do you store records there by chance? Or is it just stuff? I'm just wondering. Inquiring minds and all. That's all. For sure. Veronica says mine started at 130 and then they increased it to 195 the first year. I was like, nope,
Like, really?
not kidding. At that point, I'm getting older. Let's face this, guys. We're all getting older. But I'm getting to the point where I don't want to pay people to store my shit. I just don't. And that's part of this whole purge thing. It's like, I don't want to pay people to store my stuff. So if I can't take it with me, as they say, it's not going in storage. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting the recumbent trikes sold. Believe it or not, that's my main concern of all the things we own, because that's kind of a niche thing, Not everybody's looking for that.
Johnny pays $235. Is that say 35? Yeah,
Yeah,
$235 for a 30 by 20.
That's reasonable.
That's a pretty good size storage unit.
Yeah. Is it climate controlled, dude?
Yep, he said so.
Oh, yep. There it is. I just saw it pop up. Thank you. Wow. That is reasonable.
Yeah, we ended up getting 2 storage units
I was
because
like, well, that's not happening. Moved on.
when we bought the craft house.
And she made a video about moving the crap out of it. I don't blame you. TC says older CDs and cassettes, VHS tapes, but no records. Yeah, I know. Well, you never know when the air can go crashing down.
Yeah, we thought about bringing stuff when we went down there to Costa Rica and then realized nothing is climate controlled and there was just no way. Because we're going to bring like music media and we're like, no.
Well, our first trip, right? When we went to scout it out and stuff, we thought about it and then realized probably not trusting the fact that it could melt once we're there if it's not cared for properly. Let's see, Ingratters. My reselling business at the warehouse, the rent was only $750, and that was 3 offices on 2 floors, air conditioned and access controlled with 1,400 square foot of space. Texas, baby, Texas. Yeah. Veronica's like, 3-bedroom apartment would be this.
Yeah, why would you pay almost $200 extra for storage when you could put that $200 towards rent?
Yeah, exactly.
Our bike stationary. Are you talking about our trikes?
So, Chris, they're recumbent tricycles. So they are 2 wheels in front, 1 wheel in the back. They are not stationary, but they can be put on a bike pedal. Like any bike can be put on a exercise stationary thing to pedal with. So you could do them that way. I will try to pull up a momentary hold, please, while I try to pull up a picture of said bikes. Talk to the people.
Hi, people. Yeah, we can't take the recumbents with us.
No, we can't.
We're sad puppies, but
Images. There we go. That'll work. Give me an image. Thank you. Okay, let me pull you over here, kids. Let me go there. Might be able to just go to the page. There it is. That's my ready? Pick up 2 weeks. Yeah. Show me the picture.
oh, thanks, Chris.
Picture. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Put you over here. All right. Make you smaller. I will be sharing. Well, I can just share this. So hold on. Stay back, kids. Hold on. I'm going to now try to share this. Present. There we go. Right there. Right there. There we go. Share this puppy.
Solar yellow.
It's in solar yellow. There it is. So we have 2 of these. We wanted to ride them more, but Michigan, and we were reselling this stuff and we were busy, so it didn't work out. But so they maybe got 30 miles on them tops. I'm trying to make myself feel better by saying that.
And mine comes with accessories.
Yeah, hers has a back, and it comes with flags, and it comes with pedal extenders, and they're great bikes, especially if you have a balance problem and you still want to remain active. They're super. So they're on Facebook Marketplace. Send me a message if you're interested. I'll send you the link or whatever. But yeah, they're very cool. We wanted to take them, but Costa Rica is not
set up for those.
Set up for that stuff.
And I want to live. I don't want to die by car.
Oh, TC's gonna plunk the video out. Yeah, just show us riding them. Yeah, that's cool. But I got the image up there, so you don't have to if you don't.
They're very comfortable. The bikes are very comfortable, and with my knee problems, they worked much better than trying to balance on two wheels.
Oh, thank you, Chris. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, they're great bikes. They're not cheap, but they're not power assist either. You
But they're
can get
well built.
Yeah, they're well built bikes. You can get power assist for them, and actually, we even have a hitch mounted rack that'll hold two of them.
Yeah.
For people who want to drag
Never
them
got to
around.
try it out, but hey.
No, but we brought it home. Chris is like, hey, I'm on the east side of the state, and that's true. Good point. But they're great for like if you have bike trails and or just a neighborhood that you can ride around in. They're super for that. You do not have to be able to balance to ride one of these. So
yeah,
they're very
and
nice.
they come equipped with bottle holders and phone
Yeah.
holders, and mine
Oh, yeah,
has
they're a lot of fun.
panniers on the back and
Oh,
the bike
thank you.
rack.
There's the video. Thank you, TC. He's quick on the stick.
I know, right?
What a guy.
Every time I go to find a video on somebody's channel, it takes me like 5 minutes because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Did he ride something like that in Brainstorm? Oh, I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that in forever. I cannot remember. There are recumbent bikes that have just two wheels that you kind of sit back on, and they're very long.
Well, we knew somebody that from the bike shop.
Yeah,
That was like,
yeah.
that were, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't even know how you balance that thing.
Mike the bike. Yeah. You should Patrick. Here we go. Patrick, you should buy those bikes.
I've seen the roads that Patrick lives in his neighborhood.
He wouldn't
and-
want. He might not
and
enjoy that.
It might
But they're
be.
they're 10 speeds or whatever. They're,
Yeah,
they're
I
multiple
mean,
speeds.
You can adjust the speeds on it, but
Yeah. But it's cool.
his roads are a little narrow too.
Yeah, if they're gonna hit the Camry with a garbage truck, I can imagine he doesn't want to be riding his neighborhood with those. But they're great for trails. And like there's a bunch of nice trails here that we wanted to go and ride on, and we may still get to do that this summer, but we'll see. And it comes with a flag because you want to have a flag.
I think we have to do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Put on the Avatar 2000. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. That's a cool bike. Then there's two of them. So if you have a partner that's interested in tooling around 24-inch wheels, I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you about them before I get rid of the picture.
We'd love to sell them together, but it's not necessary.
If you go, can you see my mouse? Nope, I can't see it. Let me try this. There it is. If you get these, because of the reclined position, sometimes people slide forward a little bit when they're pedaling. We put in a little foam piece that keeps you from sliding forward when you're pedaling, which is kind of cool. And then the flag goes in the flagpole post in the seat. We have pedal extensions, so if you have problems with your knees, it's a little easier to pedal. Brought the pedals out about, I don't know that much, an inch or two. But yeah, disc brakes, great tires, they're damn near new. So, and there you go. And now you know. So, for sure. What else are we doing? A lot of packing. A lot of packing. Trying to think of what else is going on.
No, you would have to add.
You'd have to add your own sparkle.
And the little things that make noise on the wheels.
Yeah. Take a clip and and use a card.
Delta is changing some of their policies. And they all are. I just checked the website last week.
Yep, but we'll check again. We're going to check repeatedly before we go, by the way, because I'm sure there will be.
If they change it totally, I'm going to.
Oh, check-in time cutoffs. Yeah. Okay, we'll check it out. But yeah, we're going to be constantly looking at the site just in case they change things a day before we leave or whatever.
Yeah, so you have to spend money with like say Delta, because that's the one a lot of people flew on.
Mm-hmm.
You have to buy first class tickets in order to do what we're doing and move our stuff the way we're moving it.
Oh, there's the clip. Thank you, dear. I will check that out after the show. Thank you. I will check that out after the show. I'm going to open that door again because it's getting warm in here.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know why it's shut. I'm just going to scoop a chair. Chair scooting. Stay open, door. Whoa, that's much better.
Open it all the way.
Well, then you get a reflection on the mirror.
Oh, who cares?
Okay. Now they can see the
Expected to have
ceiling
some
fan.
profit from the sale of the house. Yes.
Gotta hope so.
We've been here for 23 years. The
Gotta
prices
hope so.
have gone up. It's just a matter of getting it sold.
Yeah. I mean, like with anything, market location is the key. And if people want to live in this area, they've been selling houses around us
And flipping them.
and flipping them. So, I mean, if they come in here, they'll have a few things to change if they want to flip it. But
It's kind of updated.
it's kind of, well, the bathroom we know is updated. Thank you very much. We know the bathroom's updated. We know the electrical's updated. We know the plumbing to the bathroom and stuff is updated. We put a new roof on it within 10 years. I'd say. And we've got gutter guards, what are we going to call them? Leaf guard.
Yeah, we spent some money to get, because we realized many, many moons ago that we were getting to the point.
We didn't want to get up on the damn roof.
Yeah, our backs are in the mirror.
There you go.
We just got tired of cleaning gutters because there's a lot of old growth trees here and stuff.
Yeah.
And in the fall in Michigan, it's quite an experience. And so we had really nice covered gutters put on.
It's 23 years. I know, long-term relationships will do that to you. But we also, when we bought the place, it was one original owner. He had done nothing really to modernize it, except little things that he did that were to help with his wife who was in a wheelchair. So he did like do some weird stuff. That's a whole show in itself. But yeah. So anything that we did, we tiled the kitchen floor, we put a bunch of stuff, so it's a nice house. It's got good bones too. Ara says we had this huge drama at the airport. I
kind of remember that. Ara.
Oversized. We were told that the oversized large bags could be 100 pounds. I called 4 times to verify this. There is more, I'll bet.
Yeah, and she kept going.
When we got to the airport, we found out that the bags couldn't
be more
than 75 pounds. Luckily, the curbside guys helped us get boxes and repack. Yeah. So we know that 70 pounds is the max for 2 free suitcases, 2 free check bags, I should say. So that we know. Tight, and the boxes are everything loose. Printer flopping around. Oh my God. I don't think we're taking a printer.
No.
We're not taking a printer, so that's good. But yeah, you don't want, and then of course you have to repack and everything's loose, and then you're SOL.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Because
it was hell. I can imagine it was hell.
It was Jenga. You're packing.
You're trying to make it
to maximize the less breakage, but to get the most in.
And you're taking things
the
out
weight limit.
So you have airspace now, and you don't have any like bubble wrap or whatever to protect them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would be a pain in the butt, Aura, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Hopefully everything arrived unscathed.
We keep checking, but everybody pretty much recommended Delta at this point.
Yeah.
And instead of flying out of here, we'll probably fly out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah. And I said, at this point, I don't do it for me. No, we're not doing a GoFundMe for a pod. Come on.
We are not letting other people pay for. There are more serious things that people need GoFundMe for right now in this country than us moving to another country because we want to retire.
Pray to God we never need a GoFundMe for anything. Let's call it that. Because that means you're in pretty dire straits. For sure. But thanks for the thought, TC.
TC, Michigan's not bad.
What? Is he saying Michigan is bad?
If he thought he could stand living in Michigan, he'd check it out. But that's not happening, he said.
Oh.
Right now, Delta, well, if you buy first class tickets, you can get 2 suitcases each that have to be 70 pounds or less for free. And then you got to pay for everything else. Mm-hmm. And the price keeps going up.
You had an option to do that. Well, I mailed all my media stuff, DVD collection to myself in Tokyo using the military postal service and media mail domestic rates. Yeah. And if that was an option, I'd do it.
But that's
but delivery,
when you move to another country, it's a give and take experience. So you have to figure out what you can live without and what you can live with and can't live without.
And we're finding that out, or we're going to be finding that out.
So mail service is
This is why you don't want to move there as a reseller. Mail service is pretty much sketchy, non-existent. They just don't use it a lot.
they have post offices.
Yeah.
Nobody has a mailbox. They do everything electronically.
Me too. Ours says, I pray that your cats do better. Yeah, that's a nightmare I have. That's one of my fears is that my cat's Ara will blow up on the plane, literally as far as freaking out the whole flight.
Yeah,
I don't want that to happen.
So I got so curious for the cats. So now what I'm doing, because our girls are freaks. I love them to death, but they are, and Patrick's been here, he's met them, and Greg's met them, and like you have to literally be sitting in the living room for a while before they will attempt to come out and look at you and go, I don't know if you're safe. I have stranger danger trauma.
It's going to be fun. We'll see. And she said she drugged them and it didn't help. And I'm hoping to God that works too. Veronica.
Oh, you know what you got to do.
Oh, yeah. Heckin'. Thank you, dear. That's so sweet of you for the moving fund, no less. For the moving fund. Let's see. Dancing cats for the win. Thank you, Veronica. You're so sweet. You did not have to do that. You guys do not have to do that, but thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's very sweet.
Very cool.
Oh, you're supposed to play one for Glams, but she's not
not here yet. I'll play it when she gets here.
When she shows up.
Glams was kind, and during Music Mojo, she gifted us a super chat. So I owe her a cat. So if you guys see Glams show up, remind me. Super chat, dancing cats. Just say dancing cats.
Ara's going to pray for us.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because you only had one. We got two freaks. So I put, actually before we left for Costa Rica, I put the harness on Widget just to make sure it fit. So I, if I had to return them. And because they're kind of chunks. They're kind of chunks.
Oh, they're fluffy.
They're really fluffy.
They're fluffy cats.
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm
why
fluffy.
every time that I take
like you and I are fluffy. They're kind of fluffy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Moving forward. So we can't see how fluffy I am.
Uh-huh.
So every time I take them to the vet, they're like, "Wow, we just lost a pound! Yay!" And I'm like, "I don't know why, because she eats a lot,
like a cat, like a cat."
So they're like little soft bowling balls, basically, especially when you pick them up
with claws.
So I put Widget in the harness, and it did not go well. You know those cat videos? Yeah. It was almost where you put the harness on the cat, you watch those YouTube videos, and the cat goes, bonk.
Falls over, bonk.
She kind of did that, but it was also a bit crazed.
Yeah, so crazy fall over.
Not happy. Hey, Beth.
So yeah, try and put in harness on. Couldn't risk it. Aw. Yeah, harnesses they don't like for sure. Beth, hello. Not in the basement.
No.
Where you been, Beth? Things are going on, honey. Everybody, tell Beth what's going on. No. Beth, we're moving. We are selling the house. We're selling our stuff. We're moving to Costa Rica. Now you're in the loop. I think that's just the Reader's Digest version of it. We took a vacation to Costa Rica. We fell in love with it. We're going to move there. There you go.
This was Momster's room.
This was Momster's room. Momster is living in Muskegon now. Next, her son's there. Her grandkids are there. Everything she wanted to
family, her best friend.
She wanted to move with us, but her health is not going to allow her to travel like that. So she decided Plan B was the move back to Muskegon. So that's what she did. And we highly support her there. And I talk to her every day on the phone just to make sure things are going smoothly.
Pretty much you do, yeah.
I try.
You're a good daughter.
I do try. Like Tasmanian devil. Yes.
Yeah. And Sabine is cool, calm, and collected, and then you put the harness on them and they're like, what? Freak out fest. Yep. No amount of gabapentin will ever cure that.
Yeah, we're chilling.
I don't know how these people on YouTube get their cats so used to it.
I don't either. They must train them from kittens or something. No more reselling. Exactly. We're retired from reselling as of a couple months ago, right? We stopped doing Johnny's auction. and we started shutting down our. We shut down our Whatnot last month. We did our final blowout sale, and we've just got a few things left on eBay now.
Discogs.
Discogs.
Because
and
music's because we can
did
just
you pull
go.
everything off Whatnot already? Okay, so we still have a Whatnot.
I'm still working on it.
But we're not doing live shows
Hey,
anymore.
if I sell something, I sell something. You know.
So yeah,
but that's easy stuff to pack.
right. Really, Trevor?
I'm sitting in a chair.
Trevor, you see the ears at the bottom of the screen. Here, let me do that. Sorry, Beth. Oh, Trevor! What, baby? I pick you up, but you freak out.
So, TC, what I'm doing is I got soft carriers for the girls because you have to get a certain. If you're traveling international, you have to have if you're traveling on an airplane, you have to have a soft carrier that will fit underneath the seat in front of you.
Trevor.
And it's got to be, has to have like air vents on all sides. And they have to be able to stand up in it and move around. And and the whole thing is it has to fit underneath the seat in front of you. So what I've been doing is, because for a while we got out of the habit of giving them treats at night. And now because Auntie Laura took care of them.
Put it back on the list.
Auntie
Laura, put that back right in the radar.
Now, Widget's kind of nonchalant about it. She really wants treats, but she doesn't want to let you know that she wants treats. And
Patrick, we love you, but Trevor stole the show. I know, Trevor is that way. Trevor is a show stealer. And again, Trevor, everybody.
Well, you got Patrick's thing up there.
Well,
so what I'm doing is where I give them treats in the living room, I have both carriers wide open. I throw treats in there to get them used to. I get them used to that. And every pet that you bring on the plane has to be under 20 pounds. And you're only allowed.
You got some chunky toes, dude. Yeah, but this is first class. I don't know if you were flying first class when your toes weren't fitting. Hopefully, it'll be better. But yeah, I have to be able to.
For me, it's worth the money because I have long legs, and me with my knees being jammed in.
There's that
on a 3-row seat, 3 seats in that. I'm like, no.
Yep, there's that. There's that. So upend the carrier, pick up the cat. Wait a minute. This is the method? I upend the carrier, pick up the cat, and set the cat in said carrier. There's more steps than that, man. There's got to be more steps than that.
I think your cats are cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, our cats don't like to be picked up.
They don't like to be held. They don't mind being on your lap, but
it's like, nope, no more steps than that.
Pick them up because that means they're going to the vet, they're going in the carrier, they're getting their nails trimmed, and that's the trauma for them.
First class will help with legroom, but we'll have cats underfoot. So remember that.
Yeah, that's why.
Remember that.
That's why we treated ourselves, because one, we hadn't really been on a vacation since our honeymoon 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I'm of the age where I can make an executive decision. And I told her, I'm like, we're traveling first class, or whatever they call it on American Airlines.
Business sometimes, depending on the flight. So it's the same damn seat.
We actually had,
same damn seat.
Because we booked it so far in advance, we had the same damn seats for every flight. Because we had 4 flights.
Yeah.
Basically.
So
it was really easy. But now we have to sit behind that because we have to be able to put the cats.
No, no worries, Beth. All questions are valid. Not a problem. Not everybody. I understand that your life does not revolve around us. So you're good. Everybody's got questions, and I don't mind answering them. So no worries. We've not found a house we are going to rent. We did find some rentals that we liked, but we didn't want to put down money that far in advance. Because we weren't sure how long it would take to liquidate our inventory plus our house and our car, and now the bikes, of course. So we did not lock into anything, but we did do a little shopping around and saw different opportunities for rentals. And we're going to rent because we want to make sure that we like an area before we lock in a long-term commitment. It's easier to buy there than it is to sell there as far as the housing market goes. And we don't want to be locked into an area if something, I don't know, environmental happens or political happens or we got shitty neighbors or whatever. So we're not buying anything, we're renting. So That's how it's going.
Yeah.
And we'll get there. We'll do the Airbnb thing for a couple weeks to find a place to move to, and then we will move there.
Yeah.
We'll lock in a rental. Basically, is how it's going to fall.
Because that's how we roll.
The rainbow is a squirmy wormy. Well, still, Michigan to Costa Rica was a split flight, and it was American Airlines.
Yes, because we didn't have extra stuff. So, and we flew out of O'Hare because I totally forgot about Grand Rapids, Michigan. So this time
We're doing Grand Rapids. 16 pounds of long cat. No kidding. Yeah, I think the girls are probably that. How much do the girls weigh?
I think because our the girls are 10 pounds, give or take.
Sorry, TC, I don't have that. I
Give
can
or
answer the
take
question, but it
30
won't be the right.
ounces.
It won't be the right answer.
Your international flight is different than the international flight to Costa Rica.
Right.
The reason being is that because it's a connecting flight. So the first time we flew out of O'Hare, we went to Charlotte, North Carolina to Costa Rica, to
Mhm.
San Jose Airport.
Yeah, we
And then-
didn't have little booths.
We just had
Seats.
2 seats. We faced the wall.
Yeah.
We had the front seats. We faced the wall. We had upper storage. It was great. So the only bad part was everything had to go in the storage
Upper compartments.
Yeah.
Overhead bins. Yeah.
because they don't like you having.
Yeah, we will double check that and make sure there's cat room though. That's definitely a must have. So.
But I think when you're flying to Europe, because the flights are so long, it is.
We'll make sure. But yeah, you don't want to be halfway there.
But that's the difference. You are flying to Europe. And when you fly to Europe, to different countries in Europe, because I've read up on this, having pets in first class is not allowed because a lot of them have reclining seats so that you can sleep. I mean, like the beds go down.
Yeah, we don't
And
have.
you
We didn't
can't
have that.
have a cat in that section in first class.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're going to Costa Rica, it's technically 7 hours of flight time. That's not included. So basically, it's an all-day thing. But because of layovers and stuff. But because there's such short flights, it's like a 3-hour flight to city in the U.S. and then a 4-hour flight from city to Costa Rica. So the situation and the airplanes are totally different between the two.
Right. Okay. Hope you all still do YouTube. That's the plan. We have a VPN and we plan on doing YouTube on the regular. Now, well, there may be some lags and delays from us when we're like in transitional, like we're closing on the house or we're whatever, things like that. There will be some hiccups in it, but we will definitely still be doing YouTube even when we move there. Beth, so that's cool. And we leave whenever we can sell all our shit.
Yeah. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
We're flying by the seat. Stay tuned.
That's what we've been doing for 23 years. Why not?
Flying by the seat of our pants.
Greg, we took away that privilege.
Yeah, you shouldn't be seeing leaderboard anymore, buddy. I don't know why you are.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing
we
it.
made it go away because we didn't want you guys competing with each other.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, Michael, that's why we're flying with Delta, because Delta allows 2 pets in first class.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, airlines have, even for domestic flights, they have a limit on how many pets can be in the cabin area.
Yep.
Which is why
Lag and delays. Unacceptable.
you still see it too.
Well, maybe after the show, I mean, it might not have changed for you guys, but it changed for us. I took it off. It's not showing on my feed anymore.
No, we don't see it. So there.
But if we see it Thursday, let us know because I turned it off. So maybe it's just because you guys were in. Reload the page, see if you still see it. That would be the other thing you could do.
Patrick didn't break it enough.
Ours says VPNs work, but it can be annoying. Sometimes you have to turn it on and then off for the same damn thing. I know. We've already done that a few times.
Yeah.
Yep. It's oh, I can't get onto this now.
We
turn off
tested
the
it
VPN.
out when we went down.
Yep. So I hear you there. All right. Everybody's got it. I'd say hey, come back in.
Nobody's getting bumped. None of the girls are getting bumped to baggage.
Yeah, none of the kids are getting bumped to baggage. No.
That's why we're flying Delta.
Yeah, we should be able to take both cats on. There's a limit of how many pets can be on a flight.
Yeah.
So as long as
So-
we get there first.
That's why you have to go get checked in like immediately. Because if I'm paying $200 extra cat, they better get my cats on the plane.
It's still there. I got no clue then. I tried to turn it off. It's off for us. It might not be off for you. I don't know.
Well, you guys just compete silently then, okay?
Yeah. I mean, maybe each individual person has to turn it off, and wouldn't that be horrible?
That's just bullshit.
I know. That's just totally bully.
It really is.
I don't know.
Which, as much as we love dogs, that's why we're really glad we don't have one right now to take with us, because
Oh my God. If it was over, what, like 10, 15 pounds or whatever, you're not
anything
allowed.
over 20 pounds,
You're not allowed to. It has to go.
it has to go
in
into
cargo.
cargo. And then it has to have a special crate, which is one of those hard case crates, and it has to be able to move around. And if the place you're going to is hotter than 85 degrees, the airline will not fly the dog.
Okay, Ari, you have a good day, hon. Thank you so much for coming in.
I love you, girlfriend.
Glad that you're doing great, and we look forward to seeing your face again soon. For sure. You can call the airline reservation center and have them create a pet PNR for you, so you are not competing at the counter with anyone else.
What's a PNR, dude?
PNR, Public National Radio. I don't know, but I think that's what it is. Love you too, hon. Thanks so much. Now she's writing it down. She's going to try to write it down. PNR. What does PNR stand for? Passenger Name Record. Reservation. Ah, okay, good to know. It's also Public National Radio. Yeah. There you have it. It's flight passenger stuff. There you go. Veronica knows what it is. She just couldn't think of what the acronym meant. It's stuff for people in their flights and things.
I know that I have to, as soon as I book the flight, I have to call the airline.
Oh, yeah, popcorn and roses. Good point.
And
Good point.
pay the $200. So is that what that is?
Bumcrack is second on the Lurky board and have a minus 450 XP. It's got to be something you guys have that you have to turn off yourselves, because I turned it off on ours, and there you have it. So you guys keep competing for them points.
Hey, bum crack.
If that's the case, I'll just turn it back on.
So
because
we're
I don't
gonna
have
have to pick Michael's brain and go, all right, what else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, travel agent for 35 years. He knows.
So Michael,
No.
does that mean
Everybody's saying, hey,
when I
Bumcrack.
call, I pay my $200 per kitty? That
It's a kitty fee. It's a kitty fee. You have to pay for your kitties.
I know my cats have to pay $200 each. I think they need to go work the streets now.
You don't have the points thing on your live on Friday. Huh. Not sure. I don't know what. It's one of the
It's YouTube, you guys.
All right,
That's my
I've said it
excuse.
more than once. YouTube. It's just the way YouTube is. I don't know. That's everybody saying hi to Bumcrack. Did you remember to save it? Yes, I saved it because it's not showing up on mine anymore. I saved it, dude. I swear. You go in and do the research and find out why. Because I looked. We did it online real fast. We got it to work. It didn't show. It went away on ours. I don't know why it's not going away on yours. I think it's each individual person. All right. Yes, Mary. They create a pet reservation, and then no one else will be able to carry a pet on because the seat will already be taken. So, pet reservation.
Okay, thank you. That makes me feel better that I don't have to fight Gladys with her chihuahua. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because screw Gladys and her chihuahua.
We didn't have it last night. Yeah, but maybe it's because my channel's monetized and yours isn't. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying, could that be a reason? Because it's off on ours, man. It is off on ours.
Oh, Beth opened a new store. So if you ever need clothes.
Cool. Well, yeah, no wonder you've been busy. That would do it. That would do it.
Yeah, like
We may need
one
some
of the things.
tropical wear.
One of the things we have realized after, you should always visit someplace before you decide to move there if possible. So, like jeans and sweatshirts and stuff, you don't really have to pack a lot. I'm packing like one sweatshirt.
Ethel's like, she doesn't care. Ignorance is bliss. It's those little purple crowns that show up, and if you're not seeing them either, Ethel, I don't know. Some see them and some don't. Little purple crowns with numbers over them. And I don't know why they're there.
Oh, Patrick said, found out last week super chats don't increase points despite it saying so. So obviously, it's like not perfect.
They lie. They lie. They lie. He says that he's monetized, but doesn't have access to more stuff because of YouTube. But I have access to more stuff. Maybe that's part of the lock-in. I don't know. It does not say. It does say that. Yeah, it does. It lies.
I have no clue.
It lies.
I have no clue. Seriously.
Lies, I say. Lies. 100%. Keep used to watch these expat shows where people move from Germany to East Jesus, nowhere in the U.S. without ever having been there, and then they're disillusioned. Yeah, East Jesus is like that.
You even do it in the States.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to
where I grew up. It was all country. It was cattle, which meant smells in the spring, and other times there's cornfields and stuff. Pig farmers, so all the stinky stuff, right? And people from the city, from like Grand Rapids or Kalamazoo, would move to the area because it's only 30 minutes to get to Grand Rapids.
It's one already? Holy crap!
And then they would be pissed because it smelled like manure in the spring.
Another reason we're not buying anything right now. We're gonna rent. TJ, you really should rent. If you're moving to an area you've never lived in before, rent. For God's sakes.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells.
There are a ton of them. Yeah, there are a ton of them. East Jesus nowhere. It sucks. I'm telling you. Don't move to East Jesus. West Jesus is much lovelier. West Jesus.
I love you guys.
West Jesus has much better infrastructure.
When I was growing up, it was where Jesus lost his shoes.
Yeah, where Jesus lost his sandals or shoes. Yeah, true. All right, it's 1:00.
Okay, we gotta go.
Sorry. We got more packing to do. For sure.
Do things.
We have things to do. People
to eat food.
And that too. Guys, have a great day. We will see you Thursday for estate sale bingo. We were still discussing the possibilities of doing our bingo or our estate sale, but it ain't happening yet. They're not coming until the 16th. Start marking stuff, so we're not even anywhere close to it. Everyone have a great week. Thank you, TC. Everybody have a great week as well. I'll see you Thursday. Hopefully, stay warm if you're in a cool space. Stay cool if you're in a hot
or
space.
if you're living in Texas like Ethel and Michael.
Stay cool.
Turn on the air conditioning. Unless that's your jam. I don't care.
Yeah,
I know judgment,
open a window. Forget
I'd be like air conditioning all the way.
We love y'all, and we'll see you next Thursday. Or this coming Thursday.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Two hip kicks.